Okay, let's talk about some things that you could use AI to do. All right? And these things sort of map to what we talked about earlier about the capabilities of AI. And the most basic one is to generate something, right? You can use AI to generate something. And my definition of that, as opposed to, for example, transforming something, is something where you start from scratch, right? It's not like, oh, here's a document to do something. It's just you saying either asking a question, for example, and then it generates an answer, right? Or you literally tell it, generate this thing for me, right? And this could be quite often things like a list, right? Give me a list of 50 ideas for this, right? Or a plan, right? I'm working on this thing, help me plan it, create a planning document that I can follow, right? Or another one, I have a couple of students mentioned this, is sort of generate a meal plan for the rest of the month for me based on what you know about what I like and what I don't like, so that I can plan some grocery shopping ahead, and while you're at it, include the shopping list at the end, right? So you start with nothing except whatever you have in your head, and then you have the AI do something for you, generate something new and unique for you, right? Now, what separates this then from the next thing is that the next thing is called transformation, right? So instead of starting from scratch, what you do when you transform something, which should be obvious based on the name, is your starting point is that you have something, right? And you want that something transformed into something else. Now, the easiest way to think of this is actually translation, right? So let's say that I have a document in English and I can use my AI to translate it to Norwegian, right? So that's sort of kind of obvious for us, but there's so many other sort of text-to-text transformation that end up being incredibly useful. When you give the AI a very long text, let's say a PDF of an article, and you ask for a summary of that, what it's actually doing is it's transforming this long document into a summary, right? And that's what we mean by text-to-text transformation, is you can take it from one format to another, right? You can also take things from, let's say, a large amount of unorganized information into one very specifically organized short piece of information, right? So a great use case is, let's say that there's a meeting and you are in charge of writing the minutes from this meeting so that everyone who was there and others can see what was done at the meeting, right? So you might have some notes, and you can, based on these notes, give them to the AI and say, write the minutes for this meeting. And it'll probably do an okay job, right? But you could do it much better if you follow our sort of best practices and say, like, okay, these are my notes from the meeting. Here's the agenda for the meeting. This is the list of participants at the meeting. Here is a transcript of a recording of the meeting. And here are the minutes from our last 5 meetings. Please write the minutes for this meeting, right? So now you're going to get some minutes that are not only very accurate, but that will follow whatever template you've been following before and be easy to recognize, right? Now, so far, all this transformation is still within the text realm, right? From one type of text to another. But what AI tools have gotten incredibly good at over the last year or so is actually something called multimodal transformation, right? So that's when I take an audio recording. For example, I could take an audio recording of what I'm talking to you about right now, right? And I could give that to an AI and say, give me this as a transcript, right? I can say, give me this as an article, right? I can change it from one modality, so from voice, for example, to text. I can transform things from text to images, from images to video. You see where I'm going, right? You can transform things from one type to another, and it's not just within text. So this is one of the key, I'd say, capabilities of AI, the ability to transform something into something else.